Hello, I'm Matthew Kaler, and welcome to Module 7. In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about the mid-semester checkup, which sort of begins in Module 7. The mid-semester checkup is an opportunity to step back from the week-to-week feedback that you've been receiving and then to look more broadly at your overall work in the class. It's an opportunity to assess where you're currently at in the course, where you should be by about halfway through this course, and then sort of where you need to go or the roadmap to finish the course. So as instructors, we're going to give you some holistic feedback on your progress in this course. And we're roughly going to be looking at three things. Your history of submitting your work, on time or at least mostly on time. Your pattern of following up on revisions that we've suggested in your feedback notebook. And your responsiveness to others and participating in peer feedback. That's mostly sort of your Flipgrid and your Flipgrid response videos. So you can expect to receive an email from us that summarizes our assessment of your progress in the course and on these three specific things. So this email will probably arrive in Module 7 or Module 8. There may be some exceptions, but roughly you should kind of expect three different types of email. One is that you're doing great, that you're keeping up with the work, you're being responsive to revisions, and you're fully participating. That letter would probably be very short, and here, no news is good news, and hopefully you receive that type of email. The second type of email, you might get an email that says you're doing mostly everything you need to do, but you're perhaps struggling a bit. Maybe timeliness is an issue, or maybe you're getting a little slow on responding to other people. In this case, we'll send you an email about what you're doing right and maybe just a couple of things you could really improve on going forward in the class. And the third type is if you're really struggling in the class, and this might be that your work is frequently late, that you're not participating in feedback, or you are not making any revisions from the feedback notebook. We'll be in touch with you, and it'll probably start a conversation about how to get back on track. And we'll talk about what you need to do in order to complete the course and also sort of catch up to where the rest of the class is. So how might you prepare for the mid-semester checkup? One way is you can just sort of check for yourself what we're going to see. You can check the share tracker and make sure you scroll through your row in the spreadsheet and make sure that you're maybe not missing any sort of assignments. And that concludes the Flipgrid assignments to see whether you're participating with feedback with others, but also make sure you're not missing any assignments or that you're late or at least trying to catch up, and just sort of check where you stand in the progress. Have you completed all the tasks? Are you missing any tasks in the share tracker? The other thing you can do is make sure that you're attending to the feedback we give you in your feedback notebook. So here you can make sure you browse through your feedback notebook and note that when we list feedback for you that needs to be addressed, that you actually have a history of going through and addressing some of this feedback along the way. And generally, when we do feedback, we sometimes just cross it out so you know that we have read it and that you have revised it and we're okay with the revisions. That means that this feedback no longer applies to you. But, feedback can accumulate, and you want to make sure that you're addressing it at least periodically. And the mid-semester checkup is a good chance to, again, maybe go back and make sure you haven't missed any feedback and to start addressing any feedback that you can. So sort of scroll through your whole feedback notebook, make sure there aren't any outstanding revisions, and make sure that you are sort of constantly working on the revisions whenever you can. That's it for the mid-semester checkup, and look forward to Module 7, and we hope to be in contact with you soon.